From the Watergate building in Washington, this is Hotline TV. Now here are Hotline editors Amy Walter and John Mercurio.
Welcome to Hotline TV. I'm Amy Walter.
And I'm John Mercurio. Well, what started as a skirmish between Mitt Romney and Rudy Giuliani over taxes in New Hampshire rages today on national security. Amy, how did the Republican contest turn into a two-person race?
And how did you come up with this? This is
jazz hands.
Jazz hands. It's not a skirmish.
It's a Chuck Todd thing.
It's not a skirmish when you start using this. It's a full-out battle.
It's a full-out battle. It's a two-man race.
Right. It's really how do we get here? Now look, we've known all along that this race would probably come down to the two of them. Mm-hmm. But do they need other people?
We didn't know it all along, though. I think the debate and the fact that Fred Thompson did such an underwhelming performance really solidified the fact that this is now, at least for now, a race between the two of them, with Fred Thompson sort of standing on the side.
Well, so here's the question. Normal campaign tactics would tell you, that's right. You stay on the sidelines when two guys are beating each other up, you stay out, let them beat the crap out of each other, then you move up the middle.
He has a unique sort of circumstance.
Doesn't he? One, because everybody already goes, because one,
please.
He already gets tagged with the lazy thing, so if he's just sitting on the sidelines, doesn't that just reinforce that stereotype? Right. The second is, I just think the reason the undecideds are so huge on the Republican side, and what I see and hear from Republican partisans is a sense that they don't have a choice that they can be happy with. And they want someone to give them something to vote for instead of simply saying, well, I'm going to vote for Fred Thompson because he's not as bad as those guys, or, well, he didn't get caught up in that back and forth, so I guess I'll vote for him. Mm-hmm. Here's a great opportunity to say, here's why I'm the best candidate, because I don't do this, and I don't do that, but I do this, and I do that, period, done.
Well, and it's almost, there's a weird sort of parallel between what's going on the Republican side with Fred Thompson and what's going on the Democratic side with Barack Obama. Obviously, very different candidates, very different situations, but in both primaries, you've got Fred Thompson, who I think at least at this point is starting to suffer because he's refusing to really engage and really get down to the nitty-gritty of a primary, the primary politics. On the Democratic side, you've got the same situation. Barack Obama stuck in the mid to low 20 percentiles in national polls and trailing in most early state polls. For the same reason, because he's failing to really fully engage Hillary Clinton in the way that I think a lot of these sort of potentially anybody but Clinton potential Obama supporters really want him to.
Right, and to show, but the difference is that Democrats actually like everybody that they have, right? They're happy, and for the most part,
except
the positions on the issues. Oh, he's not a happy man, is he?
He's not happy.
He's really not. So, and then the question really comes down to the fact that can these guys really survive just a mano contest, right? Mm-hmm. Can Romney really coalesce a Republican conservative base? I don't know if he can do that.
Well, the other thing we were saying earlier, though, I think that's important, is that the fact, and I think you sort of touched on this, but I mean the fact that Giuliani wants this to be a one-person race or a two-person race, I think shows a lot of confidence on his part that this is actually something that he can do. Because 6 months ago, nobody thought Giuliani wanted this to be a small field. Everybody thought he wanted a huge field that would split the conservative base, and he could walk away with a sort of moderate and small branch of the conservatives.
So see, so many questions, so little time for answers.
But so many answers that we have been able to provide you, our loyal viewer.
Thank you for letting us do that.
But it looks like we're out of time for today, so join us next time for another fascinating edition of Hotline TV.